Michael Cohen is testifying that he was then sent to Otisville. He was sent to prison after, going through the plea guilty and all. And the testimony, of course, to Congress. You worked for the January 6th committee, so I wanted to ask you about that. He's sent, and he comes back on furlough. Then he thinks he's going to get an ankle bracelet for home release, up to the Bronx, but he's told to come downtown again. And he discovers that he's sent back to prison because he refused to sign a document that he wouldn't write a tell-all book. This is sort of the two sides of Michael Cohen's personality, the guy who does the tweets and the podcast and the books. What was going on there?
Look, I think we're starting to really see, as Ari and others have pointed out, the complicated nature of co-conspirators. I think in every conspiracy case that I've tried, right, the main witness that's going to help, be that last nail in the coffin for the defendant typically has a lot of bad facts, and you just have to really lean on your closing arguments of, look, use your common sense and ways of the world, right? This was a criminal conspirator. It was a conspiracy charge. Of course, this isn't a perfect human being, just like the defendant's not a perfect human being. Going back to your congressional point, I think what we're seeing right now with Michael Cohen really highlights the importance of the separation of powers in our institutions, really having a check and engaging in investigations in separate but parallel ways, because, but for, Congress stepping in and eliciting that testimony from Michael Cohen, where would we be today in terms of, some type of corroborating evidence from the past? And I think that's something that Donald Trump has consistently been trying to tear down during his time in power, was, co-equal checks on his power. And then we see it playing out in the courtroom today of Michael Cohen's 2019 testimony.
And you worked for the January 6th committee, and so you saw that vividly there, because arguably DOJ didn't get into what became the Jack Smith investigation. Still hasn't come to trial. We all know we're waiting for the Supreme Court on immunity. But they really let the January 6th committee let the American people know what was going on and all of that evidence that was developed before some would say too late. I know Andrew Weissman has been saying that. But Paul, pick up what Marcus was just saying, because earlier in this whole testimony, we saw the Michael Cohen, who was admitting to all of these character flaws and now is reformed, supposedly. And that's what the jury has to decide. And now we're going to approach the cross-examination. And so many things that are going to be brought out and focused on with a completely different gloss, understandably coming from the defense.
Absolutely. So, first of all, the defense is going to try to get Michael Cohen riled up. We've seen a cool, calm, collected Michael Cohen. In the news and other events, we've seen him much more hyped, and that's the picture of Michael Cohen that the defense would like, because one of their theories is that Michael Cohen was kind of a lone wolf. He went off on his own and came up with these false business records to get himself paid. So they want to prepare the jury. The prosecution wants to prepare the jury for those attacks, also attacking his credibility. Not only did Michael Cohen plead guilty to lying, later a judge found that in the hearing where he pled guilty to lying, he lied again. And the other thing, finally, is the motive. So we've heard from a bunch of witnesses, some of whom have baggage. So Stormy Daniels testified that when she lost to Trump in that defamation suit, she would rather go to jail than pay him a dime. Davidson, her lawyer, said that when they realized that what they'd done had helped Trump win the election, they were like, oh my God, Michael Cohen, his motive, he's got a book titled Revenge. And so in closing, the defense is going to say, we've got all these prosecution witnesses, they're all Trump haters. Ladies and gentlemen, don't believe a word they say.